Capricorn, welcome to the tarot room. My name is Robyn. Capricorn, today let's do a general energy check-in. Let's check in on the collective, shall we, Cappy? Let's find out what's going on, what's been going on, what's coming down the chute. Oh, we have to the sea. Okay. Let's see if you're coming out of that energy. Let's see if you're moving into that energy. But this is about feeling left out, cold, neglected, sad, emotional. Okay. It's a very somber and sad card. And then the first house, Aries and Mars energy. So this is what people see and the impressions that you give. All right, well, let's see what's going on. Let's get into your reading, Capricorn. Let's check in on this energy around you right now. Spirit, talk to us. What is this? What is this? They want the cards this way. Okay, they're upright. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Magician, Gemini energy. The Ten of Swords. There's definitely some kind of ending. There's the Six of Cups. Okay. And the Nine of Cups. Okay. Six of Cups and Nine of Cups. There's the Four of Cups. There's the Moon. Look at these two cards. They're kind of similar energy, right? Drowning in their sorrows, drowning in emotions. There's the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups. A lot of thinking, a lot of emotions here. Let's talk about it. We do start with the Two of Cups, so it could be about a friendship, a relationship, a connection. What's the Two of Cups? What's going on here for Cappy? What direction? They're upright. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Five of Swords is in reverse. Six of Wands, giving a lot of attention to this. Justice, the Page of Wands, and the King of Swords. There's your conversation. There's some kind of conversation here. I think it's a long-awaited conversation. It creates a lot of peace and balance. Ace of Wands, a Two of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. It brings peace. Okay, let me understand more about this conversation. So there's some kind of conversation you've been waiting for. Maybe you've been waiting to hear from someone. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to reach out. Well, they reach out, and I do feel it's a good conversation. What's the conversation about? What do they say? What is this? What is going on? Yeah, there's the King of Swords again. There's the Page of Wands. Well, I'm glad they've emphasized we're having a conversation here. We want the details of the conversation. Page of Cups. The truth. Queen of Pentacles here. There's you. Hierophant. And the Five of Pentacles. So there's the Six of Swords. Someone wanting to move forward here. Now with the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles, literally two ways. You could have been in a relationship with this person and now you guys are kind of feeling lonely, sad without each other. Or you could have felt like you weren't being paid enough at your work. Or you weren't, recognized in the sense of you're not in the right role, right? Maybe you're the cashier, but you feel like you should be the supervisor. You're just the admin assistant, but you feel like you should be the office manager. So there's an element where there's a conversation here and they're speaking their truth, they're explaining it, and you're saying, hey, I don't really like the way that things were, the way that you're making me feel, the way that things are going here. It's a long-awaited conversation. So it's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you make me feel this way? Or if you're talking to your boss, why haven't I got the promotion? What can I do here to get this raise, to get this promotion, to get where I should be? Okay, so that's kind of the basis of the conversation. So the Six of Swords, what's that? That is forward movement. That is Six of Cups. You're moving forward with this. There's the King of Swords is in reverse here. The Six of Swords. Okay. There's a very strong element. And what's that? Chariot. You're letting go of the past. You're moving forward. So you're moving forward with this person. So you're coming out of the Two the Sea energy here, Capricorn. And I do feel it's a long-awaited conversation, long overdue, and you're moving forward. Again, if it's love, you're moving forward with this person. This conversation heals, whatever happens. And if this is business, I do feel like you're moving forward with that company. You're not quitting it. You're not letting it go. You're getting a raise. You're getting a promotion. You're moving into a new department type of energy. There's letting go of the past. So whatever it was that happens here, this conversation heals that, and you and this situation or this person are moving forward. What's the Magician? The Tower. Four of Cups. There's this King of Swords in reverse again. Okay, I must have missed something. The two. Might have missed it. Okay. For some of you, I don't think this is for all of you. I think this is one where this is applying. Okay, either way. There's a misunderstanding. I believe that maybe someone said something and it was taken out of context. So it could have gone, it's going to go either way because I'm not feeling which energy it is. But I think the Magician here is a clarity in communication. So I believe there was a blockage. I think that there was a misunderstanding. Something was taken out of context, taken the wrong way, or taken personally. And I believe this conversation provides and sheds clarity, right? Trying to think of an example, but I can't. But with the King of Swords in reverse, someone could have been very harsh, very blunt, very straightforward. I just feel like something got taken wrong and taken out of context, and it was a misunderstanding or a miscommunication, and this has cleared it up. The Ten of Cups tells us, you know, you guys understand each other, you understand what the other person was saying, you see the other perspective type of energy here, and you're really turning your back on the past. There's the Ten of Swords, and in this deck, we just see your back. So you're turning your back on the past. This long-awaited conversation heals things, basically, Capricorn. That's the energy here. The Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. There's the past. I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde. Oh, shit, I think. I'd have to check my little astrology calendar, but I'm pretty sure we are. But there's the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So you're moving forward happy with the treasure. Treasure! Remember that song by Bruno Mars? Who doesn't love Bruno Mars? Actually, my son was telling me the other day that Bruno Mars is like the #1 guy in shop. No. What's that online music? I don't even subscribe to it. I was going to say Shopify, but it's not Shopify. It's something else. Spotify. Anyway, someone really likes Bruno Mars. I do too, baby. I do too. So either way, though, there's you in the past coming back together. There's your union. There's your feeling appreciated, right? If it's business, there's your treasure. There's your money. You're feeling valued. You got your raise. You got your promotion. And if this is a relationship, you guys are happy. You're feeling valued. You're feeling respected again. So basically, to summarize your reading here, this conversation heals things and you're allowed to move forward here, Capricorn, in a very understanding. I do feel there's a misunderstanding, miscommunication, something taken out of context. And, you know, the air has been cleared here between you and this person. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So, Cappy, let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. And we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. We'll see how things are playing out and how you're doing here in the month of August. So, what does Capricorn need to surrender to, you know, to make this conversation go well? Or just to heal this? Okay, you don't like my question. What does Capricorn need to surrender to release and let go? What does Capricorn need to surrender to in general? Okay, they didn't like what I was saying here. Okay, hold on. Damn. Hold on a sec. Let me put those back. Creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problema. All right? I do want to grab the Akashic Records. What's the Akashic Record message here for Capricorn? That's not even the Akashic Records, so we're going to grab that after. But first of all, what's the Akashic Record message for Capricorn? Have faith. It's not always easy. Hold on, let me put that back. Okay. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay, yet you still must do exactly this. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined possible. And creativity. So, second time that came out, so creativity here is a big theme. Seeing this card as a sign that it's time to focus inward and work on your skills. Discover your talents and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of confidence. It does wonder for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. Okay? And let's get the spirit animal message. What's the spirit animal message for Capricorn? Inner strength. Yeah, the wolf. That might be really being highlighted here. So you might be facing a challenge that you feel less than prepared for. And this is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest. Were we just talking about that little treasure chest here? That's what's up. So you can handle this effectively. So take a step back and try to look at it with fresh eyes. And last one here is the raccoon. A little bit of letting go, Capricorn. This message has to do with those things to which you cling, be it a thought form, a habit, a creed, or a situation. The time has come to let go. Something was halting your progress and you were spinning your wheels. And once you embrace change, blessings will follow. Looks like those blessings are coming to fruition now, baby. Okay, Cappy, let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in the month of August. Let's go a month out. Let's see where you are at the end of August, how this is playing out, how this is doing, if there's any more challenges. The Ten of Swords, and then there's the Five of Wands. Well, gosh, damn, what is this? God damn, I feel like, remember, whenever I hear that, I always think of David Chappelle. Two of Wands, the Justice. Okay. Okay, I understand. What is the last card? 10 of Cups. That's what's up. And there's the Knight of Swords with the Sun. Yeah, I feel the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords is the end of struggle, is the end of challenge. It's the end of conflicts. I really do feel it was a big misunderstanding or confusion or something of that sort, but that's over, right? The 10 of Swords and the 5 of Wands, it's done, kaput. You know, remember in Survivor, they snuff out the torch? The 2 of Wands is doing things differently, and you're making the decision to do things differently. I do feel you may have been pushed out of your comfort zone here. You may have been popped into positions or conversations that were uncomfortable, but that's when we grow. That's when we evolve. That's when we become the best version of ourselves. But ultimately, you're making the decision to look towards your future and the potential. You're no longer holding on to the past. You're happy, Capricorn. You're at peace. You know, there's the Knight of Swords and the Sun. You're happy. You're at peace. There's the Magician. There's your magic, right? There's your wisdom. And there's the 3 of Wands, getting everything you want. So you're happy. This long-awaited conversation really does heal this. I do feel it's the end of arguing, the end of conflict, the end of struggles here. And I feel like you're making the decision to look forward. You're at peace. You're happy. You're content. And that's what matters. So this to the sea energy is coming to an end, baby. It's not your future. Your future is bright. Your future is happy. And when we look at the Knight of Swords in this deck, it's a very different energy, right? This guy's not impulsive. He's not mad. He's just moving forward happy. So I do feel a very healing energy, a very positive energy around you. And Capricorn, you're about to get everything that you want in this situation. Plays out in your favor. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So Cappe, I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you like your reading, if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow. So thank you, Capricorn. I always appreciate your support. And let's close your reading with your final message. And then again, those who like the yes or no, we'll grab that deck for you. Final message for the Capricorn Collective, Spirit Guide. What you want to say? We got a couple here. What do we have? What do we have? Okay. You can do this. And if you can't do it today, you'll do it tomorrow because you are not a failure. Channel this phrase 10 times today. Today and every day, I'm free from self-doubt and self-sabotage. You know my favorite saying, you only fail when you stop trying. And every morning, look into the mirror and affirm positive words into your life. As you move throughout your day, take a moment to look into the mirror. While looking in your own eyes, recite these words aloud or silently. I love myself unconditionally. I am always enough. All right, Cappy. And for those of you that like the yes or no, let's get your question. What's the answer for Capricorn Spirit Guides? Yes or no? What is the answer for Capricorn? I'm tired. Ask me later. Oh, and then, okay, we got your answer here. Certainly. All right, Cap. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.